Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Norwich City at Carrow Road for the first leg of the playoffs. This is now officially the biggest game of the season so far. We have to go out there and put a good performance on because, of course, Norwich are going to be coming back to Elland Road to try and beat Leeds and progress to that playoff final. Leeds notoriously do not fare well in the playoffs, but there's a new generation of players and hopefully that generational curse won't still linger around the club. Leeds United, of course, looking to go out and win today. Thank you, everybody who has joined me already. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. I'm guessing that CB is our old CB, but he's had a little bit of a change-up. Yeah, it's literally just seen that. Hi, Max. Good to see you. Hope you are well. It's me, CB, with a slight name change. Still called you CB. But yeah, I'll recognise that now. So yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thanks to all our Leeds Lately members like CB, Karen Curtin, as well as, who else have we got in here today? We've also got John Garside as well. So welcome to all those Leeds Lately members. I'm sure more of you will join as well as it goes on. And welcome to all our regulars as well, such as Penny Lane, Liam B, God61, Jeff Biss, and everybody else who is joining me. Morning, Paul, as well. Morning, all. Hi, Max. Thank you for all the brilliant streams this season. It's much appreciated. Marching on together. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, it's been enjoyable. More enjoyable to talk over the streams and to commentate as well and get better at commentating and talking to all you guys. So, yeah, thanks for joining me throughout the course of the season. Before we get into anything else, remember again, Rocco's book is in the description down below. If you want to get yourself a copy, go and hit that link down below. It's a Sons of Reeve, Leeds United's decade of dominance, a story of Don Reeve's tenure at Leeds United, told through Rocco's dad's eyes and some other stuff as well in there as well. So it's a great read. So I recommend going and checking that out in the description. CB saying I daren't put my full name on as I'm on the run, but I also do remember that your name is Clive, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? So I've nearly got you. Just need a last name. Of course, as well, if you find that you can't put anything in the chat down below, make sure you hit that big red button down below, that subscribe button, and you should be able to chat with our lovely members and the rest of our chat as well. The most important thing for us to do, though, is talk about this lineup. Hi, guys, welcome. The most important thing for us to do is talk about this lineup because it is a changed lineup. Now, I'll talk through the players that are in it, but for me, I actually think that this is going to be the formation that we play as well. So, as you can see on the screen now, Meslier in goal, Byron, Rodon, Ampadu, and Firpo in the defence, which is unchanged. Then what I'm talking about here is Gray, Gruev, and Kamara, I think, are going to be a midfield three with Nonto, Jorginho, and Somerville as a front three. And I think that Leeds are actually going to play a bit of a 4-3-3 today. And I think the reason for that is that we have been overrun at times in the midfield in the last couple of games with extra players being packed into there by opposition teams and us not being able to particularly deal with it very well. It was something that we actually had to deal with against Norwich against Leicester, because they do like to pack extra players into the midfield, and I did an analysis on that at the time. And talked about how Leicester do like to pack extra players into the midfield. We were able to deal with that by dropping in Jorginho from the 10, adding an extra player, and at sometimes pushing Ampadu into the midfield as well to create an overload in there, to create extra players to match them up. But in recent games, we do look like we've struggled to hold on to the ball in midfield and to also stop players being able to play through us in the midfield as well. So I think it's important that we do get that balance right and have that three in midfield today. And it looks to me as though, I'll put it up on the screen as well as we're still talking about it. It looks to me as though as well, it'll be Jorginho up front with Nonto on the right and Somerville on the left, trying to cut in on his stronger right foot, Somerville. So I think it's a bit of a change up. It's a bit of a departure from what we have been playing. Some people have also suggested that it could be that it's a bit of a midfield three until we go forward, and that's when Gray then pushes into the number 10 role, and Nonto and Somerville are in behind Jorginho. Be interesting to see how it pans out. We'll have to watch in the first sort of 10-15 minutes of the game how it actually plays out, because I would imagine at times, yes, you probably will see that Archie Gray might get forward and Kamara might get forward as well, leaving Gruev on his own, but then them both dropping back in as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it lines up when we actually see it on the pitch rather than just on paper. But for me, it seems like it might be a bit of a 4-3-3 to hold out that midfield space and try and allow Leeds to maintain a bit more control over the game. So hoping that it works. I'm hoping that it works. Of course, as well, it seems a strange time to start trying to try things differently now. I think 4 or 5 games ago may have been the time to start doing this when results started going against us. But we have now, of course, done it. In the playoffs. So hopefully it's what we said, and it's a bit of a change from what we have been playing in terms of actual quality and skill as well. Ryan asking if it's a midfield 3 or Gray's a 10. That's what we just talked about, so I'm guessing you just missed that. But I think that it's going to be a midfield 3, potentially Gray pushing forward as well as Kamara pushing forward at times as well when we are on the attack. So we're not totally sure. May 16th is the second leg as well. What's the date today? The 12th, so 4 days. So it is Tuesday. Sorry, it's not Tuesday, is it? It's Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Either way, I'll be live for it, so check out that. John Garside, member for 3 months. Thank you so much, John, for being a member for 3 months now. My arse is starting to twitch now. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, it's. I've been trying not to think about it all morning. Just went to the shop and got the car washed and stuff, and then I was like, haven't given myself really time to get nervous for it. But now I'm actually sat here and I'm ready to go into this game, and I can see the players getting ready to come out of the tunnel. Now I'm starting to wonder. Can I ask why Shane Duffy's allowed to start? Why is Shane Duffy allowed to be in the matchday squad when he's just been arrested? Allegedly. I don't know if that's true. I was told that was true by Phil Hay. And I don't mean personally told. He put it on Twitter. It was an article. Our front 3 can tie Duffy in knots. They can, but I just don't know why he's able to play today. It doesn't seem fair, does it really, considering what he's been up to in his private time. See Ethan Ampadu now coming forward to the front of the line with the captain's armband on, followed by Junior Firpo, Sam Byram, Glenn Kamara, Archie Gray, as well as Jaden Anthony making his way past him with Joel Peru and Connor Roberts. Joe Rodon as well takes his place with Gruev. Leeds looking then to go out and start this game fast, start this game well. Of course, Leeds are notoriously bad in the playoffs, but we have got to do well today. Robert Wetzel saying, get in, Whites. Yeah, come on, Leeds. We really need to go out there and have a good performance today. Can I just say as well, before we get going, and of course, I would appreciate it actually if other people in the chat could remind everyone at maybe semi-regular intervals, once every 10 minutes or so, please do not put the score in the chat before I've reacted to it. If you've seen me reacted to it, that's fine. But if you haven't seen me react to it yet, I haven't seen it yet because there's not that much of a delay. So just remember that, and please don't spoil it for other people who may be slightly behind your feed, of course. So yeah, just a public service announcement, but hopefully people respect that. The lineup then for Norwich: Gunn in goal, Stacey, Duffy, Gibson and Giannoulis in the back line. Then you've got Nunes and McLean in the 2 holding midfield roles. Then you've got Jonathan Rowe, Gabriel Sara and Sainz across the midfield with Josh Sargent up front. So it'll be interesting to see how we deal with Rowe and Sara and Sargent, to be fair, because they are some decent championship players. So hopefully we'll be able to get the better of them. Welcome, Render. Welcome, Robert Wetzel, as well. Leeds lineup, I'll put it on the screen as well. It looks like Sky Sports think the same as me and think that it's going to be a 4-3-3. Melier, Byram, Rodon, Ampadu, Firpo, Gray, Gruev, Kamara with Nonto, Jorginho and Somerville up front. That seems to be the way that it's panning out. I think that it'll be like that. There's a potential that also Gray will push into the 10 when we are on the attack, but drop into the midfield again when we're playing defensively again. So hopefully that offers us a little bit more stability in midfield, like I was saying earlier. Michael Gott saying, hi chat, howdy Max. Are you nervous? Yes, I am nervous. I wasn't until about 5 minutes ago, but now I am. So we are moments away from kickoff here. Again, just a reminder, please do not put it in the chat if a goal goes in until I've reacted to it. That's the only rule here. Just don't put anything in the chat until I've reacted to it. So we are seconds out from kickoff here. Illan Meslier, 18 clean sheets this season in the Championship. People still doubt Meslier. I personally am a big fan of him. So I'm hoping that he has a good performance today, just as everybody else should be having a good performance today as well. So, yeah, just having the customary little huddle now, the Leeds players. David Wagner and Daniel Farke shake hands. I think they're both ex-Borussia Mönchengladbach managers, aren't they, those two? But the players are getting ready now to go and take the kick. It looks like it's going to be Leeds who have the kick-off here, kicking from left to right here at Carrow Road in Norwich. Come on, Leeds. Referee just about to blow his whistle here in the first leg of the 2024 Championship playoffs. Referee checking everybody's ready. And we are underway here. Jorginho passes the ball back to Glenn Kamara. Here's now Joe Rodon. Back to Meslier. Now Rodon comes forward with it. Plays the ball into Jorginho. Plays it back to Nonto. Now Gray trying to get forward here. Leeds lose the ball, though, and Kenny McLean can pick that one up. He's chipped it over the top towards Josh Sargent, but Firpo can go and get that one. There was a claim from the Norwich fans that Ampadu was holding Josh Sargent there, but nothing given by the referee, and now Meslier has the ball back. Here's Rodon. Thanks, Empanada Cat. You're welcome to stay, mate. Byram tries to play the ball back across to Jorginho, but it is cut out there, and ball back with Norwich City at the back now. Looks like Archie Gray is a little bit further forward here, potentially playing in that number 10 role, but then that's what we did say, that you can drop in when he needs to create a bit of a midfield three when we are under pressure a little bit more. I think that's what will happen. Here's Angus Gunn then. Tries to clear that one, and he does, up to the halfway line. Headed away by Firpo now. Now Archie Gray picks it up, tries to turn, but he's dispossessed here by McLean. Plays a long ball out to the left-hand side. I think it's Sainz who's going to go and pick that one up. No, sorry, it is Sainz. And now he's trying to get past Byron, but Byron makes a good tackle. But Byron was being held onto there by Sainz, and it's going to be a corner kick, I think, unless it's offside. I think it's going to be a corner now to Norwich City. But Byron made the tackle, and then Borja Sainz held on to Byron so he couldn't go and get the ball again, and then it went out for a corner. Norwich have the second most set-piece goals this season in the Championship, so that doesn't bode well, does it? Sainz whips the ball. So Nunes whips the ball in the box, headed away, and then cleared away again by Nonto. Somerville trying to chase this down, but Sainz has won it back. Here is Sainz. He's going to play it to Rowe on the right-hand side. Looking to get the ball in the box now, Rowe. Fashions a bit of space, but Firpo does block it, and it's going to go out for Norwich City throw-in just in line with the edge of the Leeds United penalty area. Jack Stacey then to take the throw-in. Stacey still hasn't taken this throw, and now he has. Inside, and now Leeds can win the ball back. Here's Firpo. Clears it now. Kamara goes for the header, and now that's a handball by Archie Gray, but nothing given. Grove's given it away here, and now Firpo can clear it, but Leeds are at 6s and 7s, and then the long shot by Nunes, I think it was there, has been absolutely sent by the corner flag. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Oh no, it's going to be a throw-in. It was that bad, that shot. So Byram to take it right by the corner flag. Here's Byram to throw this one down the line. Jorginho trying to win the flick. It goes back to Gray. Now headed away by McLean. Good tackle by Byram there. And now McLean plays it all the way back here to Duffy, but it's actually going to be overhit and nearly go through to Gunn. But Duffy does go and pick that one up. Ball all the way back to the goalkeeper here from Norwich. Here's Gunn. He's going to clear that one up towards the halfway line. Gruev going to try and win that one back off Sainz. But no, it's picked up again by Norwich. Here's Gabriel Sara. Oh, good tackles there by Glenn Kamara, but Nonto went in with a little bit of a foul there, and it's going to be a free kick to Norwich, which they've taken quickly. Here's Nunes. Looking for a pass here as he comes through into the midfield. Ball played back to Duffy. Duffy sends a long raking ball forward towards the left wing. And, oh my God, Byram headed it back to the goalkeeper, but he had no idea that Borja Sainz was right behind him there. Now, Somerville tries to win that one, but it's cleared again by Norwich. Here's a chance for Leeds to get the ball on the deck again. Now, Gruev plays it out wide to Nonto. Here is Nonto coming into the box now on the right-hand side. Gets the ball across the box. Jorginho's completely done an air shot and missed it. That was a chance to go 1-0 up there for Leeds. Here come Norwich trying to attack now. But the ball's been played straight into touch, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. It was a good attack there from Leeds. A little bit of a better sign there that Leeds are trying to come back into this game. Nonto with a really good ball across the box, and Jorginho just completely swing and a miss. Got to be getting on the end of that. Here is Nonto again coming into the box. That's got to be a penalty, ref. Here's Jorginho still trying to get the ball in the box, and that's going to be a Leeds corner. That is a penalty if ever I've seen one. Nonto got away from him, and then he was grabbed and pulled over his leg. So Nonto goes past him. I'm sorry, but that's a penalty. Well, it might be a free kick. It might be just outside the box, but that's a foul either way. That's a foul. Even if it's not a penalty, you still expect to get a free kick there because that is a foul. Here's Gunn sending this one long up the pitch. Headed on by Josh Sargent, and now Ampadu can come and claim this one. Sends it up forward towards Kamara, who does a little flick, but wasn't really ever going to go to anyone, and it's going to be a Norwich throw-in, and Farke's got his arms up in the air like this towards Glenn Kamara, saying, what are you doing? Hold on to the ball. Here's Nunes passing it across now to the other centre-back here. Little chipped ball forwards. I guess that was aiming towards Josh Sargent, but it's bounced all the way through to Meslier. Here's Gruev. Now Byram. Byram looking for an option, but he has to go back here to Joe Rodon. Then to Meslier. Back to Rodon again. Yeah, make sure you smash that like button. Got 106 people in here and only 34 likes. Smash the like button for me. Here's Meslier again. Now Kamara. Gruev here. Plays it back to Rodon, and Rodon can come up towards the halfway line now and try and find a pass. He does. Here's Byram. Bad touch from Byram, and he has managed to just keep the ball in play there. Now Kamara. Firpo now. Firpo. Back to Kamara. Gruev, and then he drops it back off to Ampadu in the centre circle. Plays a long ball forward towards Byram here. Byram first time down the line towards Nonto. Nonto's going to be able to pick this one up and try and whip the ball into the box. Jorginho tries to bring that one under control, but it's a little bit hard for him and he couldn't. Now Norwich can come away with it, but Rodon picks the ball back up here. Played back down the line, but then headed away by Borja Sainz. Now Jorginho can pick the ball back up. Oh, he's just lost it though. Here's Nunes. Now Duffy. Chipped ball forwards out to the right-hand side for Jack Stacey to chase. Junior Firpo up against him here. Junior Firpo blocks it and it goes straight to Ampadu's feet. Good defending there by Firpo. Now Firpo gets it back off Ampadu and plays it back to Meslier, who sends it long first time. Here's Kamara. Now Jorginho. Jorginho loses the ball there. He's now out on the right-hand side with Gabriel Sara, looking for a chance to get the ball in the box. Tries to, and it's blocked again by Firpo. And this time, they're forced backwards a little bit. Long clearance there from Rodon, and that's going to go out right by Daniel Farke. We just need something to go in off someone's arse or something, don't we, really? I mean, I'm sorry, but that is a penalty. The one on Nonto before. He just pulls him down by his shoulder and kind of like pushes him over his leg. I'm not sure how on earth that wasn't given as at least a free kick. Yeah, even if it was just outside the box, it's definitely a foul. And like, yeah, but if you're not 100% certain, you can't give it, says the commentator. But he could give it as a free kick. The ball, Melia's just passed the ball straight past Rodon into touch there and given away the ball to Norwich with a throw-in. They have gone backwards though. Here they are on the halfway line. Ball with Kenny McLean now. Little Trivella pass across to Shane Duffy. Here's McLean, who's dropped into the back three for now. Pass the ball to Sainz here. Now across to Duffy again. Into Nunes. Gray trying to chase him down here. Good tackle there by Gray, but it is going to go straight to a Norwich player, which is irritating. But now Ampadu can head that long ball back to Meslier here. Here's Rodon. And now Sam Byram, of course, ex-Norwich City, but originally of Leeds. Here's Firpo. Looked like he was going to shape up to play the ball long then, but has instead gone back to Ampadu, who's gone back to Meslier. But Norwich are trying to close down the space as we do go backwards here. Here's Rodon, who chips the ball forwards. Cleared away there by Norwich. Now Rodon can try and win the ball back again, and he does really well to do so. Now Somerville picks it up, drops it off to Kamara. Leeds potentially with a chance to come forward here, but there is a lot of Norwich players back. Here's Kamara. Plays it to Firpo out on the left wing. Back again to Kamara, and inside to Somerville now. Somerville turns. 2 or 3 players on Somerville at every turn there, so he's got to give it back to Kamara. Now Firpo, inside to Jorginho. Now gets the ball back to Somerville. It is a free kick to Leeds though, right in the corner of the box. So Leeds with the chance to get the ball in here. And from this distance, if you ping it in there, there's always a chance it comes off somebody and goes in. It was just a little sort of a stabbed foot there by Rowe, and it's taken out Jorginho, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Well, now I'm getting... The more the game goes on, the more nervous I am getting. So Somerville and Gruev stand over this one. Somerville to take. Whips it into the box, headed away at the front post by Jack Stacey, and it's going to be a corner kick to Leeds. Yeah, I'm not sure what that... The free kick needed to be a little bit more of a lofted one into the box, or at least beat that first man after the wall. Somerville then to take this corner kick. Whipped in towards the near post. Saved away by the goalkeeper. Oh, what a strike that was from Nonto from distance, but it is saved away, and now they have a chance for a counter-attack here, Norwich City. Nonto chasing back, and also Archie Gray on the right-hand side trying to stop this counter-attack, and the ball goes into the box, and Firpo can clear it away with his weaker right foot, and it does go out for a Norwich City throw-in. Thanks, Justice Brave. I'm glad you're on our side. It's going to be a throw in then here to Norwich City. Jack Stacey to take it. Thrown into Lowe here. Sorry, Rowe. God, I got confused between Lowe and Rowe. It's going to be another throw in, but this time up by the technical areas after that Leeds clearance. Jack Stacey to take it again. Here's Duffy. Back across the defensive line now. Now out to Giannoulis in the left-back position. Picked up here by Sainz. Now again back to Nunez. Comes forward a little bit into the midfield here and plays the ball into Sara. Out to Rowe. Now out wide again to Jack Stacey. He's got a chance to get the ball in the box here if Firpo can't cut it out. It's chipped across. It's headed away from goal there by Josh Sargent. Poor header by him, but a real warning sign for Leeds there that you need to stop those crossing positions. That ball came in from Jack Stacey. It was a tasty ball for him to get on the end of Josh Sargent, but Leeds did well just to do enough to put him off. But even then, I think it came off Byram's back, you know, actually. I think it's going to be a goal kick, though, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Meslier then with this one. He plays it into Gruev, and Gruev's given the ball away on the edge of his box, and Meslier should never have given it to him there. And then Gruev makes a foul on Josh Sargent. It's going to be a free kick. Leeds need to be careful of things like that. There's certain situations where you just don't need to play it out from the back. Should have given it to Rodon, or just sent it long. I don't know why he gave it to Gruev, who was the one that was being forced down an alley he didn't want to go down. So it's going to be a free kick then to Norwich City, about 35 yards out. It's actually kind of more green and yellow, isn't it, the Aurora Borealis? So that's not a good sign, is it, CB? Bits of blue in there as well, but... So it's Gabriel Sara and Nunez stood over this one. Was a Norwich City wall stood in front of the Leeds wall here. Taken along the ground, and Meslier can easily fall on that one and subvert that whole situation, which of course he caused in the first place. It was curled low around the wall, and Meslier can drop on that one, and hopefully that's the mistake out of his system now. Here's Rodon, as Meslier rolls the ball out to him. And Rodon just passes it straight into touch. This is what's been happening over the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks, and it's not even the... What's frustrating is it's not the managerial side of things totally in this situation that's been going wrong. There's also been a lot of stuff where the players have just not been able to pass to each other, and it's like so frustrating to watch, because if they're still passing to each other, if they're still making the moves that they're supposed to be making, then you can say, okay, well, it's unfortunate that the system's not working, but a lot of the time we are just not good enough to play the ball. Thanks, Chewy Backer. We're just not good enough to play the ball to our own teammates. But here's Borja Sainz trying to come forward with it now. Gruev all over him, trying to stop him, and it's going to be a free kick in the end. About the same distance out as the last one, maybe slightly further out. Afternoon, Chewy. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Gruev, he just pulled his shirt a couple of times, Borja Sainz, and it's going to be a free kick to Norwich. So I don't know who's going to be able to take this one. It looks like it's again Nunez and Gabriel Sara stood over it. The holding midfielder and the attacking midfielder stood over this one. There's Josh Sargent, Duffy, Borja Sainz, and a couple of other Norwich players on the edge of the box, but there's a lot of white shirts there to defend this one. Here's Nunez. Plays the ball out to the left-hand side for Giannoulis. Tries to get the ball in the box, but it's cleared away by Sam Byram there. Good defensive awareness there from Byram to block out that passing lane, because he could see that one coming. The ball was passed to Giannoulis, and then Byram went and stood there just in the right place to stop that one coming into the box, and it's going to be a corner kick here to Norwich City. Gabriel Sara to take. Having a look at his options here, Sara. Like I said before, Norwich are very good at corner kicks. Scored 20 this season, which is the second most after Cardiff. Sara with the ball in the box, headed away by Joe Rodon. Now the ball back to Sara here, but Firpo's able to get... Oh, sorry, Jorginho's actually able to get that one away, and then apparently it's a foul by Jorginho, and it's going to be another free kick to Norwich City in pretty much a corner position. It's not a free kick. Barely touched him. So Nonto and Somerville, our two shortest players, are in the wall. Oh, we're just not having a wall at all, apparently. You want extra players defending inside the box. Ball comes into the box then now. Whipped towards the front post, headed away, and it's going to be kept in there by Jorginho, who sends it all the way up to the halfway line, and Leeds can pour out of their own box and try and get a little bit back in position here as they continue to try and defend this onslaught from Norwich City. Somerville wins that one back. Here's Byram now with a chip ball down the line. There's not really anything else he could do, and Gray's not even going to bother to chase that one because that's way ahead of him. Is Nunez. Now back out to the centre-back here, who's going to take it up to the halfway line, pass the ball to Sainz, but he wasn't paying attention here, and Joe Rodon nips in and takes the ball. Here is Joe Rodon on the right wing, plays it inside to Crescencio Somerville now. Somerville fouled there from behind, surely ref, but no, Leeds retain possession still. Here's Gruev, now Kamara. Now Jorginho trying to turn a couple of players and just keep the ball there. Just keep the ball. When you've been under pressure, you've got to keep the ball in those situations instead of trying to turn past three players. Leeds are pressing here, though. Here's Nunez now with the ball. Little chipped ball out to Jack Stacey, but Firpo can cut that one out and head it down the line to Nonto, but he's headed it straight into touch. This is what I mean. So, yes, Leeds can defend well, but the important thing is if you defend well, when you then get the ball back, you need to keep hold of it and you need to try and fashion an opportunity. If you're going to be under pressure and you're going to have to play on the counter-attack and on the break, you've got to be able to hold on to the ball when you get it back. Otherwise, you're just putting yourself under pressure immediately, and that's how you get completely knackered and don't have the energy to put into your attacks. Here's Sargent. Now Nunez goes to shoot from distance, and he skies that one over the bar. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Yeah, he sliced that one, Nunez, there, and it's going to be a goal kick to Leeds. Alexis Santana saying, yikes, we're playing with complete nerves. Team needs to breathe. I hope it's not another game with our hearts in our throats. Cheers. Yeah, I agree with you. We look nervous, and I don't think that's something that's brand new for this game. I think that's something that we've been struggling with over the last sort of 5 or so weeks of just not looking confident on the ball, not being able to keep hold of the ball in areas where we should be able to keep hold of the ball, making mistakes at the back. It's something that's been creeping in over the last couple of weeks, and hopefully we can overcome it in today's game. But at the moment, it just seems like we're struggling to do that. Sara plays it back to Gunn here. Gunn chests that one down. Still got the ball here, Gunn. He's going to play it out to Duffy, who's taking a roll back in the right back position. Now here's Stacey, who plays the ball all the way down the line, but that one's going to go all the way through to Meslier, who can receive the ball off Ampadu now. Now Meslier to Rodon. Rodon chips it forward here, which is all he can do really, because he just didn't really have any options. He was played into a corner by Meslier then. Ball down the line here, throw-in taken quickly by Borja Sainz, and now Josh Sargent in the corner looking for a chance to get the ball into the box. Now Rowe has come over to the left-hand side. Tries to poke the ball across the box, and it's gone past everyone here, but it is going to go still to Nunez, who's going to look who sees he got Gabriel Sara inside, and then Ampadu comes across and blocks that one, and it's another corner kick to Norwich City here. 23 minutes in here, and Norwich have definitely had the better of the game. We look like we're struggling to hold on to the ball. We need to make sure that when we actually do go forward, we do something with it. A lot of the time when we do win the ball back, it gets to Rodon or Ampadu, and they just have to lump it down the line a little bit. Ball across the box here, short corner, and it's actually offside there. And it's going to be a Leeds free kick, which Meslier is going to take. See, Jeff, you're saying can Meslier play the ball to anyone other than Rodon? I think what's happening is they're doing that on purpose because they know that Rodon's weak at passing it out from the back. So when Norwich press, you'll notice that they cover off the option of Ampadu and Firpo or whatever. So they make it so that he's kind of forced to go in that direction back to Rodon, because they know that he's pretty weak trying to play the ball forward, as he's shown already in this game. He's played the ball into touch multiple times. He's lumped the ball up the line and it's gone to no one multiple times. And so, I mean, it's a good tactic from Norwich to be able to do that, because Rodon, like I say, is struggling to play out from the back, and I think they're doing that very much on purpose. Here's Angus Gunn, though, with the ball. Norwich City goalkeeper. Plays the ball to Duffy in the right back position. He's going to chip that one long. Away by Byram here. Byram gets tackled, and then Rodon can play it forward again. Gone all the way through to Gunn again, though. We must not keep losing the ball, Penny's saying. I know, it's so frustrating to watch, isn't it, when you go, oh yes, we've won the ball back, and then we just don't do anything with it. Here's the ball back to Duffy. Now Jack Stacey. Inside now. And then played forward again. Here's Borja Sainz. Sorry, no, that's Giannoulis, the left back. Now McLean. Into Sara, who turns. Plays a long ball out wide for Jack Stacey to chase, and he's not going to be able to keep that one in. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. So Leeds now have the ball back, and we need to make something of this. Liam B saying Rutter is not a number 9, and yes, whilst I would agree with you, Joel Peru is not a number 9 to work particularly in this system, and I also think that we'd be so much better if we had Bamford, but he's injured. And the final thing is that, yes, we have Mateo Joseph, and I would like to see him at some point in this game, which is what Jeff Biss is saying as well. Meslier sending everybody long because he's gonna send this one rather than play it out from the back. Meslier sends that one up towards Jorginho, who wins the header. Headed away, though, by Norwich. And then taken by... It's a foul there by Gruev. And it's going to be Gabriel Sara to take a free kick just inside the Leeds half. Dan James has recently been injured, though, so you have to give him a little bit of leeway in terms of coming back on, or we might need him for the second leg more. We don't know at this point, do we? Here's Nunez. Now Sainz. Duffy here. Good tackle there by Somerville, and Leeds maybe potentially could break here. Here's Nonto coming towards the box. Tackled there. Very good tackle there by Nunez, and now they can come away with the ball. It was a heavy touch by Nonto, but Norwich were able to come away with the ball here. And Mellier's going to have to come and claim that one because Josh Sargent was trying to run in behind. Here's Gruev. Now Byram plays it back again to Rodon, and now Meslier. Meslier to Ampadu. Kamara now. Gruev, Kamara, Rodon. Now Kamara again. Kamara plays it backwards because he never wants to try and play a long ball. Now Ampadu. Out wide to Firpo. Nonto tries to go on beyond him, and Somerville's actually come over to Nonto. So Somerville and Nonto are both on the left-hand side at the moment. Actually looks more like it's Archie Gray through the middle as a striker, and Jorginho dropping deeper. Here's Kamara again. Yusuf Rowland saying we're looking so nervous. Yeah, it just doesn't... They don't give a good energy off, do they? They don't give a good vibe there. They seem like they're nervous. Seem like they're worried. Rodon goes back to Meslier now. Here's Gruev. Now Rodon again. Byram. Rodon. Back to Meslier. Nonto back into Kamara. Now to Firpo. That's a good little bit of play by Leeds. And now Firpo gets it back off Nonto. Here's Nonto. Plays the ball through nearly to Jorginho. And the ball's gone past him. Firpo! What? How? Firpo scored there, but apparently it's offside. Oh my God, that was close. Calamity there at the back for Norwich as Duffy ran into Gunn and the ball just bounced up for Firpo to score. It's close there. Jorginho was just offside. God, that was close. Leeds nearly went 1-0 up there, but as it stands, it's still 0-0. Ball forward here and headed away by Firpo, but only as far as Jack Stacey. Firpo with a good tackle there, and now Nonto can come away with it. Nonto's looking around him because nobody's come with him to try and attack. Everybody's still dead far back. Here's Byram. Now Rodon. Gruev. Firpo. Kamara. Now Nonto. Nonto with a really good turn there. And now a little chipped ball out wide to Byron, but it's over his head there. It's just little things like that. It's got to be better. It's got to find him. I don't even think it needed to be off the floor, that pass. I think he could have sprayed it out on at ground level. Last 5 minutes, Leeds United 70% possession, Norwich City 30% possession. So you can see that we are trying to come back into this game a little bit. Trying to just open ourselves up to have an opportunity to go in front. And of course, we nearly did there, but it was offside. Would have come from a mistake, but you have to take advantage of those. Here's Giannoulis. Now Sargent plays it out wide to Stacey. Norwich have got some players forward here, and Firpo's going to have to go out to Stacey to block this cross. Ball towards the back post, and it goes over everybody from Stacey, and it's actually going to be a Leeds throw-in by the corner flag. Yeah, you can see what Stacey was trying to do there because Sainz had got away from Byram at the back post. He was way ahead of him, but his pass is just not good enough there from Stacey. Thank God for that for Leeds. And Leeds will take a throw-in now with Sam Byram. Byram with a long throw-in. Flicked by Archie Gray, but only as far as Giannoulis, and then Sam Byram tried to clear it, but it cannoned off him for a throw-in. Thrown back in here to thrown back in here to Nunez. Back again to Duffy. McLean plays the ball down the line here to Stacey, and I don't think he's going to be able to keep this one in. He is going to be able to keep it back in, and he gives it back to Rowe. Rowe up against Firpo, and then Firpo fouls him, and it's going to be a free kick here to Norwich. Saying give it a rest isn't rude, Clive. So don't talk to her like that, please. She's just pointing out the fact that literally anything anybody says, you say the opposite. In this case, I actually agree with you. We've got the best squad depth probably in the division because this is the championship. But yeah, don't have a go at Penny. No, being rude would be telling you to shut up. She said give it a rest, which isn't rude. Gabriel Sara then with the free kick. Whips it in towards the front post, headed away by Archie Gray. And then Kamara can clear. Does well there, Kamara, but the ball's popped up to Jorginho. Jorginho turns and then he's brought down there, so Leeds win a free kick and a little bit of momentary respite there to get the ball away. Free kick in a sort of right back position for Leeds, just outside the box. Meslier. To Rodon now. Back to Meslier. Meslier sends this one long. It's actually... Oh, my God. It nearly went over the top straight for Nonto. If it wasn't for the touch from the defender there. Pretty sure it's the one player I don't know his name is their left centre-back. And I can't remember what he's called. Can someone let me know? What is their left centre-back called? The other one, not Duffy. His Borja Sainz plays that one all the way back to Angus Gunn in the goal. He's going to send this one long now, Gunn. It's not a great pass as Leeds can pick this one back up through Gruev. Plays it all the way back to Meslier. Rodon. Now Meslier. Now Ampadu. Charges forward into the midfield. Finds Nonto. Now Firpo. Now Somerville. Back to Nonto again. Ball pops back out fortuitously here for Somerville. Somerville inside the box, and he just trips and kicks the ball into touch. Really good bit of football there from Leeds, and then Somerville just decides he's going to kick the ball into touch. I don't know how he managed that, but he did, so ball back with Norwich for a goal kick. Yeah, we're definitely playing better than we were, aren't we, Jeff? Here's Borja Sainz. Good tackle there from Sam Byram, and now Archie Gray can pick the ball up. Plays it out wide here to Wilfred Nonto. He's got Kamara beyond him. Gives it to Kamara. Kamara needs to play the ball across the box there. He tries to cut it back. It goes straight to Kenny McLean. Kenny McLean gets a little 1-2 off Giannoulis. And then Gruev this time with a really good tackle. Thought it was Byram again, but it was Gruev. Great ball from Josh Sargent out to the right-hand side for Jack Stacey now as he comes over the halfway line. Back into Nunez. Smash that like button, everyone. We only need 24 likes to get to 100 likes, and then I'll shut up about it. Here's Sam Byram into Nonto. Now Rodon. Ampadu. Kamara. Back to Rodon again. Now to Ampadu. Out wide now to Firpo. Somerville. Back to Firpo again. Firpo plays it across to Ampadu as he looks for a pass forward here, but again drops it back off to Rodon. Norwich City covering the ground well and cutting off those passing lanes. Here's Nonto as he gets the ball from Byram and gives it back again. Nonto has just walked off the pitch there holding his hamstring after he took a little bit of a kick from Giannoulis there in the back, I think. Here's Gruev. Now Ampadu. Firpo. Oh, Firpo's took a whack there from Stacey. Got a bit of a kick there, Firpo, and He's back on his feet pretty quickly. Yeah, our average positions don't exactly look like a 4-3-3. Here's Kamara. Now out wide to Firpo. Somerville with a nice little flick back to Archie Gray, who gets it back to him. Here's Somerville in the corner of the box. Plays the ball across and cleared away again by Norwich here. Here's Rodon, though, who can pick this one up on the halfway line. Plays it back to Ampadu. Now Kamara. Kamara can turn if he needs to here. Plays the ball back to Firpo. Firpo to Gray. Gray tackled there, but it does go out for a Leeds throw-in, so Leeds can retain possession here. Now Ampadu. Across to Rodon, then across all the way to Gruev. Here's Ampadu. Kamara. Somerville. Tackled there, but Leeds can pick it up again through Archie Gray. He does really well there, Gray, to win that one back. Plays it back to Rodon. Now Byram. It's a heavy, heavy touch, but there was no one there, and he can play it to Rodon. Kamara now. Ampadu. Here's Rodon. Gruev plays it back out wide to Kamara now. Now Rowe wins the ball back off Leeds as the pass was misplaced by Kamara. Here's Sara coming forward with it. Turns back on himself. Kamara trying to win the ball back off him here. And Firpo eventually, does he? No, Rowe wins it back, and then Gray tries to win it back, and then eventually it's a foul on Rowe. So Leeds are just waiting for Norwich to take this free kick now. They're currently still down Rowe. Oh, he's up again now. Taken short here, and then Sara tries to play it forward into the box. Goes all the way to the back post for Giannoulis, who tries to think win a corner there, but doesn't. And Norwich can retain possession, but go back deep into their midfield now. Here's Sara again. Long ball forward here. Great ball, actually, to Giannoulis, who tries to play it across. Bounces to the edge. Here's Borja Sainz. Leeds defend that well and force him to go back again. Here's to Nunes. Nunes tried to chip one over the top towards Rowe, and Meslier can catch that one. Good defending by Meslier. Or good goalkeeping, should I say. Nonto. Ball down the line here to Archie Gray. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in, though. Of course, West Brom and Southampton play later as well, so I don't know who I'd rather win that. I feel like we've struggled against Southampton this year. Here's Nonto. Ball cleared away there, though, by Norwich City, and then Kamara tries to win that one back. And it's a free kick to Norwich City here, as Sara was fouled, according to the referee. Let's have a look. Bit of a 50-50, to be honest. I think it was a 50-50. Could have gone either way. Here's Duffy. Plays it back now to whatever the player's called that I can't remember his name. Then Josh Sargent plays it back to Nunez. Now Rowe. On the halfway line, plays it back again to Duffy. Now Kenny McLean. Long ball forward here, up towards absolutely no one. And it's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Because Shan Ali, that doesn't actually make a difference on the day. Like history means nothing. On 90 minutes of football, anything can happen. So it doesn't like we could never have ever lost to, I don't know, Accrington Stanley in our history. It doesn't mean that we won't lose to them if we play them. Long ball forward here by Melier, headed by Jorginho. And Jorginho might be able to win this back here. No, Borja Sainz gets there ahead of him and plays it back to Giannoulis, who can clear it up to the halfway line, but Gruev wins it back. Now Byram. Down the line to Nonto, and that's going to be just a throw-in, I think, not a free kick to Leeds, as Nonto was gone through the back of there by Giannoulis. Exactly right, and saying form goes out the window in these games. No, Norwich aren't as good as Southampton. Well, I guess hence their league position, but it doesn't mean that... I don't know what my point was there. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be a difficult game, I think is where I was going with that. Byram tries to head that one to keep it in. Oh, it's a foul apparently by Nonto going for a shoulder charge. Oh, that referee, what a knobhead. Nonto went like that and clapped sarcastically, and the referee's just come over and gone, yellow card. No. That is the most performative sort of refereeing I've ever seen. I hate it. So embarrassing. Gibson, is that the other centre-back? Sends it long. Headed away by Byram. That's going to be a throw-in. We are in the 45th minute, by the way, and there's only 1 minute added on, and we are 46 seconds into that, so this half will be over very soon. Here is Gibson. I've just learnt his name at half-time. Now away by Rodon. That is going to be half-time. Get your comments in the chat down below about what's happened in that first half, and I'll be back very shortly. So don't go anywhere, and get some comments in about that first half. God, it's absolutely red hot in there. So I've got the fan on to keep my camera cool, and I've just had to open the office window as well. And actually, I think I'm going to turn the lights off because I think there's enough daylight to keep me lit. How do I do this? Oh, actually, forgot about that. So, Yusuf Roland saying, RE form. We smashed Derby all season until the playoffs, and then lost in one half of the 2 games, and we were knocked out. You just never know. That's exactly the example to use, isn't it? Form completely goes out the window in these games because players just want it so much more because it's a chance of going to the Premier League, and they only have to do it for 90 minutes. So players play out of their skins, don't they? Sometimes. What else are we saying? Dan James is on the bench. Yes, he is. He's on the bench, back again on the bench for the first time, and that is because he had that abdominal injury against Hull City, didn't he? I think it was against Hull City. He came on against one of the teams anyway in the last games and was wiped out, and he had some sort of abdominal injury, and there was pictures of him on the coach on gas and air because his stomach was hurting that much. So the bench, for anybody who was wondering, is Darlow, Roberts, Cooper, Cresswell, Shackleton, Jaden Anthony, Daniel James, Joel Piroux, and Matteo Joseph. So that is the bench. I think that's all we need to do. Let's see if there's any... Let's see, any half-time takes. Lord Ash saying we look completely out of ideas. That was a very mediocre half from Leeds. See if anybody's come back. At least we haven't conceded yet, someone's saying. Anybody else saying anything? Chatting Leeds saying Nunto as always has a silly yellow in his locker, frustrating half that. Byram needs to go off, so frustrating on that right hand side. Yeah, I mean, potentially Connor Roberts is a good, a good option to bring on that right back role, especially if he's coming forward to try and help out scoring as well. So hopefully we see him at some point. What I would like to see is Matteo Joseph coming on. I would also like to see Connor Roberts at right back, and I would also who else is on the bench? I mean, potentially at some point Jaden Anthony as well, but I don't know if he really adds too much. But maybe when the players are a little bit knackered and you want to preserve them for the second leg, then maybe Jaden Anthony. You've got Piroux as well, who will probably get thrown on before Matteo Joseph. I would imagine that James might get 5 minutes at the end, but I do think that he's probably going to be trying to keep him for the second leg. I would imagine. Yeah, so I mean, you've got Dan James as well to come on, but like I say, I don't want him to get injured again. Thanks, Karen. Really appreciate the super chat. I don't like this. I don't like this sort of this purgatory of sitting in and defending and then potentially going on a bit of the counter-attack, but it being 0-0 and not knowing really where you stand or which way things are going. It's very frustrating because you just want it to be over and Leeds to have won and Leeds to be back in the Premier League. But I'm just not gonna. Yeah, I still can't see it. I'm hoping to be proved wrong, but I still can't. Even if we get past Norwich, I think we have particularly struggled against West Brom and Southampton this season. 2 teams we have actually struggled against. I would honestly probably rather play Leicester or Ipswich if it was them in the playoffs, because we beat them home and away this season. So we had them we had their number in both of those games, but Southampton lost twice to. West Brom struggled against, drew with. Yeah. Thanks, Chewy. Yeah, like, subscribe, and join the family for more watch logs. You only need 3 more people to like the video, and then we've got, of course, 100 likes, and I will shut up about it then. As well, just out of interest, if anyone wants to, you can check out classic football shirts in the link in the description and use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout. And yeah, you can get yourself 10% off some old-fashioned Leeds shirts back from when we were good. And of course, as well, hit that subscribe button to. There you go. Hit that subscribe button and hit our notification bell as well, and you'll be notified every time I upload. Yeah, so hopefully honestly, if we could score within the first 5 minutes of this second half and leave it to Norwich to have to try and come out and try and beat us, then there's a potential that we could get a second and give ourselves a massive opportunity at home for the second leg. But it remains to be seen what Farke does with this. I'd like to see some changes, but I don't think he'll make them at halftime because that's just not his thing. But you actually never know in this situation, because he has changed the way he lines up the team. Excuse me. He has changed the way he lines up the team in this game, hasn't he, by going for 3 in midfield rather than the usual 2 across that midfield with 1 in front. It's a little bit similar still. Of course, it's going to be because it's his system, but I would think that because he's changed things slightly, it might mean that he might bring on subs earlier. He brought on a sub against Southampton in the 60th minute, I think. So, yeah. Gary Mel saying Ruta has been worse than Peru in form. Peru form in that half. I'll bring on Joseph in the second half. Whilst I agree with you, I do think that there's something to leaving a player like Jorginho Ruter on the pitch, because I think that he's one of those players who's always got the potential to do something magic. You know, like, he's been trying it all game, trying to go past a couple of players. I feel like at some point he's just going to skin 3 players on the edge of the box and put it in the bottom corner. And you can't really say that for players like Mateo Joseph or Joel Peru. Yes, if a chance drops to them, yeah. But I think somebody like Jorginho, it's probably a good idea to leave him on, because there's always a chance that he makes himself one of those chances and does it on his own. So to me, I just think, yeah, there's always a chance that he does something amazing. Same with Somerville, really. But just, yeah, I'm just nervous about this second half now. Yusuf Rowland saying, don't see him changing much unless we go behind. Yeah. He's quite a reactionary manager in terms of when he makes his substitutions. That's the main sort of criticism that's been levelled at him this season, is that whilst he makes his substitutions late, it's usually in reaction to something else happening rather than proactively making changes and seeing a game. I think that's the difference between a great manager and a good manager. And a great manager will see something not before it happens, but almost just as it's starting to unfold. So a Pep Guardiola may see, he's watching his team play, and there's a moment where, I don't know, let's say they get exploited down the left-hand side a little bit more, and he goes, they're going to see that that's going to work throughout the rest of the game. So if I don't change something, they're going to exploit that. So then he'll go, okay, well, I'll bring on this player and move them over to this side and slightly switch up the formation so there's less space over there. And therefore, the other team have to spend however long figuring out another weakness and another crack in the armour of Man City, and before they can start to break them down again. And more often than not, when you've got players as good as what Man City have, it takes ages to work that out and to figure out a way to beat them. So Man City will have won the game by that point. So I think that's the difference between a great manager and a good manager. And I think a good manager, like Daniel Farke, is a good manager, a decent manager. He makes changes after things have gone wrong, and in an attempt to claw them back. So you know what I mean? It's that's the difference for me. And I think that Farke's a decent manager, a good manager, and he doesn't make substitutions that actually are going to change the game before the bad things happen. I think he tries to win it back. Yeah, 113 likes now. Thank you everybody so much who's liked the video and supported the stream. That really helps me out. But yeah, it looks like actually looks like West Brom and Southampton are already. Oh, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Oh yeah, so that's why they're already there. Just an Odell saying afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well, Max. I am doing well in all other aspects, but of Leeds right now, I'm upset. I'm just very nervous, very apprehensive for the second half and for the home gig. But if we can score and go 1-0 up and go into that second game with a lead, we give ourselves such a chance, especially at home. And then, of course, it's off to Wembley, but we're not thinking about that too much yet. More bloody adverts. Isn't it mad how Sky is something that you have to pay for and yet you still get adverts? Good thing football is only a game. It is, but I prefer it to be a game that I can watch and be happy afterwards rather than watch and be like, oh, hate football, hate Leeds. We nearly back underway again. I think they're talking about that Nonto penalty shout at the moment. I think they're trying to make the point that it should be a free kick on the edge of the area, that Nonto penalty shout. But I just think it should have been given as something. You can't just let it go completely and go, oh, I didn't know whether that was a penalty, so I just didn't give it as a foul whatsoever. It was still a free kick in a dangerous position, even if it is Leeds and we'll never do anything with it. See, I don't pay for full Sky Sports. I just use Now TV, so that I don't pay for full Sky. I just use Now TV so that I just get sports. And me and my brother go halves on it anyway, so it's not the full amount. But still, you're paying for it and you have to watch adverts. The team are heading back out onto the pitch now, so should be getting underway shortly again. Let me just reset these. Oh, how did that get there? Make sure you hit that button. Leeds players heading back out onto the pitch now. We will win, believe. I do believe. Yes, it is a stream deck, yeah. Also, Chewbacca, I think the reason that my stream was freezing was because I was using the front panel USB header to power my Camlink 4K for my camera when I should have been using the one on the back, the USB hub on the back of the computer, because it's got more capacity because it's the one that's directly connected into the motherboard. So I think that's why it was freezing, because it was too much data transfer going through the USB port, and it couldn't handle it, so it kept freezing. I think that's why it was freezing. So I've now put it in the back, and hopefully that's fixed it. We are underway here again, though, by the way. Just talking about some techie stuff. Yeah, exactly, Chewy. I think that was the problem. So I'm hoping that it doesn't. I'm I'm hoping that it doesn't freeze again and we'll know that that's fixed it then. Yeah, I got the Stream Deck Mini so that it's just, I've just got a few little options on there because I don't need too many because I'm not doing a complicated stream, am I? I've just got this up and the timer and that's it. Firpo then with the throw-in on the halfway line. Now Kamara with the ball back to Meslier. Meslier out to Rodon. And now Byram. Gruev. Leeds being forced backwards a little bit here, and now the ball with Meslier. I think he just needs to send this one long. He does this time. Good decision making there from Meslier. And Leeds actually win the ball back anyway through Archie Gray. Oh, yep, the referee's telling him to get up. The player who went down there. Here's Gruev. Now Nonto. Nonto is foul, but he's going to carry on here. Sign's gone down there holding his throat as if Nonto's just Falcon punched him in the face, but nah, he touched it. It was his chest he hit there, Nonto. Gruev out wide now to Byram. Byram down the line to Nonto, who flicks it on towards Archie Gray, but McLean's going to try and stop this one. Archie Gray's done well to keep that in there, but McLean has able to get the ball back and clear it there. Now Rodon can pick it up. He's Ampadu on the halfway line with the ball now. Firpo. Kamara. Now Somerville. Good little feet there by Somerville, and he opens up the pitch for a ball out wide to Sam Byram, who can keep... Oh, how can you tell that that's gone out, linesman? By the way, I saw someone on Twitter called a linesman the other day, called a linesman a touchline ref. And I just thought, touchline ref? Just seeing a replay at the moment. Yeah, I think she meant just after. Good little touch there by Kamara with his knee. Not sure whether he meant it, but it went straight to Firpo. Now he gets it back, Kamara. Forced back here by Stacey and then pushed over by Stacey, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Ampadu. Now Rodon. Plays it out wide now. Afternoon, Tim. Is Ampadu. Now Gruev. Back to Archie Gray. Now Rowe takes it off him, though, and tries to go forward here. His Rowe playing the ball through towards Borja Sainz here. Borja Sainz in behind, but Sam Byram with a fantastic challenge there. Perfectly timed challenge from Sam Byram. That's the kind of defending I love to see. Although he was a bit out of position to start with there, Sam Byram, but he made himself get back in time and make a great, great challenge. Ball into the box here from Borja Sainz. Flicked up away from goal by Firpo there, and Kamara can pick it up in the left-back position. Kamara actually just played a long ball. I know it was a clearance, but still. Now Archie Gray picks the ball up. Drops it off to Gruev again. Now Gruev. By the way, you can't hear outside noise, can you? Because there's kids playing outside in the gardens behind my house. Can you hear them? Hopefully not. If you can, I'll have to shut the window. But just let me know. Gruev. Out wide to Firpo now. Back again to Ampadu. Now Meslier. Again, he just plays it straight past Rodon into touch. You're just not, like, concentrating. Giving the ball away. Here's Borja Sainz. Good tackle there by Kamara. Now Nonto comes away with it. Somerville. Oh, that's a yellow card if ever I've seen one. Leeds still going here, though. Here's Jorginho down the left-hand side up against Jack Stacey. Come on, take him on. Here's Ruter into the box, and he wins Leeds a What? That should have been a corner kick. Somerville, I'm sorry, but I think that's a potential red card, what just happened to Somerville there. Was it Duffy? He just went straight through the back of him, through the back of his calves, studs up. The big brute. It wasn't studs up, but he did knee him right through the arse. Oh, God. Hi, AO's neighbours. I don't understand how... Duffy's just a big brute, isn't he? Proved by what he's been doing recently. Somerville is still down here, by the way. I think he's probably just got a dead leg. Back on his feet again here, Somerville. Limping a little bit, but he should be good to go. It's going to be a goal kick here to Norwich City, although I have no idea how, because I'm sure Stacey kicked the ball out when Jorginho was trying to go past him. Here's Gibson to McLean and gets the ball back again. Here's McLean. Turns as Archie Gray is the furthest Leeds player forward actually at the moment and tries to force the Norwich players backwards. Archie Gray is on his own, pretty much playing as a striker at the moment. Long ball forward here up to Giannoulis, who gives the ball across to Gabriel Sara, whose shot goes wide in the end. Poor effort from him, but it's a warning sign for Leeds. Look how much space there was in behind for Giannoulis to get the ball. It's a good ball back across to Gabriel Sara, but it's very much a Jorginho Rutter type finish. Just doesn't ever catch hold of it and just puts it past the post. Melier sends that one long. Up towards Jorginho. Now Archie Gray. Firpo. Kamara now. Tackled though by Nunez, and now Norwich can come forward up towards the halfway line. Ball poked through to Josh Sargent, but Rodon cuts it out, and now Gruev into Gray's feet. Out a little bit wider to Wilfred Gnonto, and Wilfred Gnonto's been gone through the back of there by Giannoulis now, and he gets himself a yellow card. Yeah, he's just nowhere near. Oh, that's got to hurt, actually, on Gnonto. If you watch this slowly, Giannoulis goes over him and then stamps right on the fleshy bit of his leg that's exposed. I won't be surprised if he's still down when we go back to him. Giannoulis is doing little crying face things to Gnonto, but you literally just stamped on his the inside of his leg. So I don't understand how you can not say that that was a foul. Ball out wide now to Sam Byram. Byram back to Rodon. Now Ampadu. Rodon again. Good ball down the line to Gnonto now. Gnonto's got 3 players on him. The ball's popped up to the edge of the box for Jorginho, who takes a terrible knee touch, and it goes straight back to a Norwich player again. Headed, though, the clearance headed back to Firpo here by Ampadu. Here's Ampadu again. Now Kamara. Plays it out wide to Firpo. He's got Somerville beyond him and Jorginho inside. Uses Jorginho and then lets the ball go through his legs there. Firpo, and then Kamara just plays it into touch. It's so frustrating to watch when our players have the ball and just play it straight into touch, and it's like, well, what's the point of even getting possession back? Here's Gibson. Now Borja Sainz. Back again to Duffy. Long ball forward here from Nunez. Byram can just chest that one down and take his time with it. Road on to Firpo. Firpo back to Ampadu. Now Ilan Meslier. To Rodon. Rodon has to take a risk there and get the ball back to Meslier. Now Ampadu. Maybe a little bit of space to come up towards the halfway line and give the ball to Firpo. Here is Firpo. Ball down the line to Somerville there. That's an excellent pass. Here's Somerville. Plays it back to Kamara. He's got Firpo with him and he's also got Somerville with him. He gives it back to Somerville here. Now Kamara. Down the line to Firpo. Can Firpo get the ball across the box? It's cannoned off Duffy and gone straight into Angus Gunn's hands there. Very lucky deflection for the Norwich point of view. Good little bit of play there by Leeds, and then when Firpo tried to get it across, it just bounced off the knee of Duffy and went straight into the hands of Gunn. Here is Gunn taking his goal kick. Now Nunez to Gibson. Out wide to Giannoulis, and then down the line towards Josh Sargent, but it's been tackled there by Gruev, and here is Gruev coming forward with it, charging now. Gives the ball out wide to Nonto on the right-hand side. Nonto looking for a chance to cross the ball. Goes past his player and tries to get into the box, but the ball's dropped to Kamara on the edge. Here is Kamara. Now down the line to Firpo. Firpo cuts it back across, headed away, but here's Somerville inside the box. Somerville goes to shoot. Saved away by Gunn there, and it's going to be a Leeds United corner. We're looking like we're getting a lot better here. There's just always so many Norwich players back, isn't there, whenever we're trying to play in the box. There's so many of them packing out the area that Somerville or anyone else can never fashion the chance to get a shot away. Corner kick comes in. It's over the first man. It's punched away by the goalkeeper. It was a better corner because he put it on the goalkeeper, but they can try and come away with it here. But Archie Gray does really well to win that ball back and play the ball back down the line to Nonto here. Excellent stuff from Archie Gray. Sorry, it's actually Kamara playing it into the box. And now Archie Gray takes a heavy touch, but Kamara again tries to play it across. Sam Byram completely slices that. Another complete air shot from Leeds. And then Byram fouls Rowe as he tries to come away. Come on. Why are we so bad at being able to shoot? How many times do we do air shots? It's the second time this game that one of our players has just completely missed the ball. Even Firpo coming onto that probably would have done better. Why are we still watching a replay of what Archie Gray did when the game's actually playing right now? Are we still not watching? Why are we watching 10 minutes worth of replay? What the hell? Jonathan Rowe is coming off for Norwich City, by the way. First substitution of the game. Rowe's coming off. And Christian Fasnacht, the Swiss winger, is coming on for him. Here's Duffy. Firpo nips in there, but it is going to be a throw into Norwich as the ball goes out just inside their half here. Come on, Leeds. Half an hour and then the second leg. I would like to go into that second leg with an advantage here. Nunez. Into Fasnacht. Ball taken off him by Gruev and Kamara. Good midfield play from them too. Now Ampadu plays it back to Meslier. Meslier going to send this one long. Better decision making from him. I know it went back to a Norwich player, but it's better than giving the ball away that close to goal. Good tackle there by Ampadu. And now Gruev. Now Nonto wins it back. And Nonto fouled there, and it's going to be a Leeds. Oh. That's a second foul there from... Oh, no, it's not. It's Borja Sainz this time, not Giannoulis. It's a good tackle there by Ampadu, the first one on Sargent. And then Nonto wins the ball back, and Sainz just goes through the back of him there. Nonto's still down here. I would like to see that again and see what actually happened. Farker's having a little word with Archie Gray here, giving him some instruction. Looks like Mateo Joseph is still in the dugout and not warming up at all yet. Although I do think there are some Leeds players warming up. I think potentially Joel Peru and Jaden Anthony will be, because I couldn't see them in the dugout there. And they're usually his go-to subs. Hi Sajal, hello Max and all. Nervous Leeds fan coming to this late as I was out at the moment. Was not going to watch, too nervous but can't resist. Go on Leeds please. Yeah, well at least it's 0-0 still. Leeds of course still have every single chance to win this game, so, and the next one, so it's important that we end this one on a high. It hurts my eyes watching this. Looks like he took a whack on the head there, Nonto, and he's receiving a bit of treatment for that. Oh, yeah. He studs on the side of the head. It was just a normal foul, and then his studs came right. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying that he did that on purpose, Borja Sainz. But how on earth, when they fell over like this, did his feet end up over here kicking Nonto in the head? If anybody else has seen that replay, let me know what you think. How on earth would his feet end up that high up and kicking him in the head if they fell over at the same angle? Melier then to take this free kick. Sends up long, headed away by Gibson. And now Archie Gray wins the second ball. But then it's away again, and here's Nunez playing it out to Jack Stacey in the right back position. Stacey, back to Nunez again. Now Kamara picks it up. Now the ball out wide to Borja Sainz. Sorry, no, it's Giannoulis actually who's gone ahead of Borja Sainz. Headed away by Firpo. Now Sara tries to win that one back, but now Nonto can have it on the right-hand side. Giannoulis tries to get a little bit of a push on him, but Nonto shields it out for a Leeds throw-in. It did look intentional, didn't it? Which is why I think Borja Sainz, when the referee blew his whistle, Borja Sainz was like he looked really like deer in the headlights, as if he'd just been caught out, but then realised it was just a normal free kick. So I think he was worried that he was going to get red card there, and I think if he had VAR, he would have done. Here's Byram. Plays that one down the line towards Nonto. Nonto loses it here. Here's McLean. Tries to play the ball forward to Sara here. Sara inside the box. Tries to play it across. Sargent towards the back post, and Fastnacht can't get it under control. And if he could have done, it might have been 1-0 to Norwich there. Kamara down the line to Somerville. And now Firpo can pick it back up. And now Firpo fouled there by the Norwich player. Fastnacht, I think he's going to get himself a yellow card as well. Somerville's not going to get himself a yellow card, even though he wiped out the player after the move had gone. They've got 4 or 5 yellow cards now, I think. Yeah, Stacey was annoyed with what Somerville did to him after the ball, but Somerville didn't get a yellow card, and Somerville pushed him and didn't get a yellow card. So, well, the good thing is, Michael, saying stopping us play with these professional fouls. The good thing is that once they're all in a yellow card, they can't do it anymore, can they? Like, there's a lot of their players who can't do it again because they'll get a red. So at least that'll stop it for now. Here's Glenn Kamara now. Into Jorginho. Here's Somerville. Pokes it back to Kamara, but Somerville's been called offside as he tried to run through there down the left-hand side. Joel Peru and Jaden Anthony are taking their jackets off and being prepared to come on now. But we aren't going to have them before this next move. Now, Giannoulis, Duffy and Fastnacht at least all have yellow cards. And Borja Sainz has one, I think. So I'm sure that's it. Here's Rodon. Now, Jorginho just can't. It's just an awful pass through to Somerville. And Gibson can pick it up. Here's Fastnacht. Plays the ball to Stacey just on the halfway line. Now Sarah. Sarah pokes that one through to Stacey. Here's Sarah again. Plays it back across into the midfield where Kenny McLean can pick that one up. Now Gibson. Giannoulis back to Gibson again. Now Gabriel Sara turns around Kamara and Kamara takes him out, and that's going to be a free kick there to Norwich. Yeah, free kick there. Kamara just goes through the back of Sara there. Not really any need to do that. Three in the wall, Melier is asking for. Not sure who's coming off yet. We'll have to see because the subs haven't been made quite yet. Or is he going to save Somerville for the second leg? The moment, I'm unsure because I can still see them in the background stood on the touchline. So Sara and Nunez again are the ones stood over this free kick. Looks like it's going to be Nunez who shoots from distance, takes a deflection off the wall, I think it was, and it's going to go for a Norwich corner. Yeah, Somerville. Somerville deflected it wide in the wall. The wall did its job, but now we have to defend a corner as well. And also, you don't bring on your subs as you're about to defend a corner, so we'll still be waiting for the subs after this, I think. Come on, Leeds. Taken short to the near post, and Jorginho can come away with it. Here is Jorginho. Tries to play it down the line, but Borja Sainz slides in and stops that one. Subs are now coming on. Joel Peru and Jaden Anthony for Ruter and Nyonto. Well, the only thing we can do is support them coming on, so you just got to hope that they do something. Jaden Anthony and Joel Peru. Joel Peru at least is more of a number 9 than what Jorginho is, so hopefully he should be able to do that striker role. I think Ruter's very, very annoyed and getting angry in the dugout. I can see Darlow was like, what the hell are you doing? Here's Kamara. Gets it back again. Kamara does really well there. Somehow. Oh no, I thought he kept it in there. Nunez, I think it was, but it's gone out for a Leeds throw-in. Here's Ampadu inside his own half now. Plays it across the road on. It at least gives them something different to think about, doesn't it, Chewy? At least they've got a different type of striker. He's somebody who's more likely to play on the last man, as you can see he's already doing. Kamara with a long ball, and a really good long ball out wide to Byram there. Plays down the line to Jayden Anthony. Jayden Anthony puts it back across the box. Comes to the edge here for Firpo. Wasn't a great cross, but it still came to Firpo on the edge. Here's Kamara now. And now Somerville. Firpo. Kamara. Somerville again. Firpo. Chance to get the ball in the box here. Lifts it over everyone towards the back post. Byram heads it back across, but apparently it had already gone out of play there. How can the linesman be so confident to call that had gone out of play? Surely you need to wait for the referee's watch to tell you whether it's gone out or not. Ball now with Angus Gunn. Sends that one long up to the halfway line. Flicked on by Sargent, but Ampadu does well to get that one defended. And he clears that one. Somehow managed to keep the ball in. Now Byram tries to head that one down the line towards Jayden Anthony, but Giannoulis now has it. Back again to Gibson. Here's Gibson, still with the ball, looking for an option to pass it. Leeds are just backing off, and he's nearly at the halfway line as he passes it through to Borja Sainz there, but Leeds have won it back. Here's Jayden Anthony, pokes it through to Sam Byram and gets it back again. Here's Jayden Anthony still on the right-hand side, looking for a chance to cross the ball in the box up against Gabriel Sara here. And it's going to be a Norwich throw-in. Ah, God. The thing is, you're asking for Mateo Joseph now, but I think now that Piru's come on, you don't really want to bring on Mateo Joseph because realistically, we don't need to completely go for this game. If it's 0-0, it's an okay result going into a home leg at Elland Road, isn't it? Given our form this season at Elland Road. Or even anyway, just going into a home game at Elland Road, it's to go in 0-0 wouldn't be the end of the world. Can Gruev keep this one if he can? Well done, Gruev. Is Ampadu. Yeah, I just don't think we bring on a load of extra attackers in this game because it's not one that we need to push for. Because if we push for it and then we lose 1-0 or something, then it's going to be an absolute mountain to climb in the second leg, isn't it? So you've got to think about it as... You've got to think about it that this isn't one game of football. This is that's not two games of football, sorry. It's one 180-minute game of football. That's how you've got to think of it, because if you go in 0-0 into the second leg, it's essentially 0-0 at half-time in the tie, isn't it? So when you think about it like that, you wouldn't be completely going for it at half-time in a game, would you, if you were 0-0? Ball into the box there from Byram. It was actually a good ball, but Piru was the only one in the box. And it went over his head. Ampadu plays it back to Meslier. Meslier sends that one long. Offside against Somerville because he came back from an offside position. Another substitution here for Norwich City. It's like it's Giannoulis that's coming off. For Sam McCallum. Here is Norwich underway with the ball again here. Across to Gibson. Here is Gibson still coming forward now. Tackled there by Archie Gray, and now Leeds might have a chance to break here. They've got one less defender back. Here's Somerville down the left-hand side. He's got Jayden Anthony and Junior Firpo in support. No one's offering an option backwards. Jack Stacey did well to defend him there. It was an advantage against Jack Stacey there, but Leeds still have the ball. Here's Gruev. Now Kamara. Back to Anthony. Back to Kamara again. Anthony again here. Now Kamara. Anthony trying to get past his defender, but he wins Leeds a throw-in sort of near the corner flag. What if they get a second yellow in the... What if they get another yellow card in the second leg? It doesn't count as a red for the final, does it? Even if they go through. Rodon. Out wide to Sam Byram here. And now Sam Byram is fouled, and it's going to be a chance for Leeds to get the ball in the box after McCallum fouled him. You say that, Isaac, but Dan James has only just come back from injury, so there's a chance he would make it worse if he came on earlier than he might do, because I think you need him for the second. I think we need him for the second game. Ball into the box from Gruev. Flicked on and then over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick to Norwich City here. Imagine if Sam Byram had just back-heeled that in the top corner. It counts as its own competition, the playoffs, I think. Like it's a mini tournament. Headed away by Rodon. Kamara knocks it back to Gruev. And now out wide to Firpo. Back to Kamara. Here's Gruev. Rodon now. Here's Firpo. Now Somerville. Now Gruev. A little bit of space in midfield to spray a ball out to the right-hand side for Byram. Good touch by Byram. And he's got Jayden Anthony beyond him, and Jayden Anthony wins Leeds a corner kick there. It's just a shame that we've... it's just a shame that we've got, what you call it, isn't it? We're terrible at corner kicks. It's a good little bit of play there. Good switch from Gruev, and then Anthony's cross blocked. Still haven't seen this corner come in yet. Taking his time over it. I would imagine it's probably Gruev out there taking this. Yeah, Gruev whips it in towards the back post. Headed away there by Norwich, and it's actually going to go out for a Leeds throw-in on the opposite side. I think Ampadu might be able to take this one long into the box. Why is he trying to tell him to take the throw-in when he's throwing it backwards? He's trying to tell him to take it closer to the corner flag. But he's throwing it backwards. He's not gaining any advantage. Here's Firpo. To Kamara. Kamara just plays it straight to a Norwich player, and now Leeds have a throw-in by the technical areas. Stuff like that is so frustrating. What are we doing? Ampadu to take it now. Should have just had Ampadu take the first one and throw it into the box. Now Firpo is going to take this throw in back to Ampadu. All the way back to Meslier. Thursday at 7 p.m, Elland Road. Well, actually it's an 8 p.m. kickoff, isn't it? Oh, Jayden Anthony's nearly lost the ball there, but does well to get the ball back to Meslier in the end. Here's Gruev. Now Rodon. Gruev again. Ampadu. Kamara into Piru. Now Somerville. Archie Gray. Archie Gray goes to shoot. It's deflected away and it's going to be a Leeds corner again. Leeds are trying to pile on the pressure here, but we are notoriously bad from corners. But now would be a good time to score one. Yeah, Archie Gray, just a good idea to just have a shot there, and he's won Leeds something at least. Hit off the shoulder of Jack Stacey in the end. Short corner here. Here's Kamara. Now Somerville. Jaden Anthony on the edge. Shoots! Straight into the gloves of Angus Gunn there. Yeah, it's a poor shot from Anthony in the end. I think it was actually against Norwich, wasn't he, that he cut inside and whipped it in the top corner. No, we've had another one where Somerville cut inside and shot at the near post and the goalkeeper saved it. Angus Gunn's just chipped that one into touch and it's going to be a corner. Actually, no, I think he's done it because Josh Sargent's gone down. We have had a few shots on target this game, just not very many, and not very many good ones. Oh. Player's getting a water break now, which is probably why Josh Sargent's gone down, so that all the Norwich players can get some water on. Was it Southampton that were notorious for doing that in the Premier League the season they got relegated? Which is also obviously the season we got relegated, but... Van Hooijdonk. Never heard of him. I've never heard of Van Hooijdonk. So Josh Sargent is coming off. I always thought that David Wagner was German, you know. Yeah, that's what the commentator said, Pierre Van Hooijdonk. I've never heard of him, though, but he's probably because he retired before I was born. Also, I feel like that is quite niche. Retirement date. Oh no, 2006. But he was at Celtic, so as a little 9-year-old boy, I'm not going to be following Scottish football. So yeah, I didn't know who he was. Let's throw into Leeds there in the left back position because it's just been chipped out of play by Angus Gunn. Kamara. It's going to be a throw into Norwich there. Long throw in here from McCallum. It's headed away by Leeds, and it's going to be another throw in right outside David Wagner's technical area now. Duffy sends that one high up the pitch. Not very long, but quite high. And Leeds can win that one back. Here's Jaden Anthony. Nice little flick to Archie Gray there, who turns and gives it back to Jaden Anthony. He has got Sam Byram outside him, but Sam Byram needs to get a wriggle on to get into a good position. Here he is now with the ball, Sam Byram. Now back to Jaden Anthony. Jaden Anthony in the box here, tackled. And now they can come away with it. Here's Borja Sainz. Played backwards all the way to Gunn here, and Jaden Anthony, well, actually not to Gunn. Jaden Anthony and Somerville are chasing down Gunn as the ball's played back to him, and he's cleared it up to the halfway line. Away by Leeds. Now Sam Byram. Oh, apparently Sam Byram's fouled Borja Sainz. Looks like Dan James is now getting ready to come on, by the way. It's another free kick. Kamara pulled the shirt this time of Sarah, I think it was. I think Leeds might now be making the substitute. Or are we going to leave it to the next breakage and play? Yeah, just a little bit of a pull of the shirt there from Kamara on Sarah. To be honest, have you even noticed that... I've noticed that Jaden Anthony's on the pitch. He's been quite involved, but I genuinely haven't noticed that Joel Peru's on the pitch. Free kick. Getting ready to put in the box now from Sarah. Lifts it in towards the back post, and Joe Rodon can just let that one go out for a goal kick. So it is Crescencio Somerville coming on. Sorry, Crescencio Somerville coming off. Dan James coming on. Come on, Dan James. Just exploit some space and slot one in the back of the net. That's all we need. I want a little gap to open up. I don't want Dan James to fly through it and just slot one under the goalkeeper. That would be great. I'm going to call... I love Dan James. I think he's been fantastic for us this season. But I'm going to call it now. I'm going to say that Dan James has a one-on-one and misses. That's my prediction. Here's Sam Byram heading the ball away, and it's going to be a throw into Norwich just inside their half. Headed away there by Rodon. Now away by Duffy. And away again by Rodon. Dan James wins the header. Goes back towards Duffy and he heads it away again. Now Gruev. Actually, Grace tries to flick that one on, but it doesn't really go anywhere. And now Ampadu can head that one all the way back to Meslier. Chewy's saying, I think you're half right, and you think that means he's going to finish it. I hope he does. Marching on together, rings out now around Carrow Road. Mellier's going to send this one long. Kamara. Now Norwich have the ball back. Here's Nunez, still going with it, and it's a foul on Nunez in the end. Oh, you think he'll miss, but not from one-on-one. Fair enough. I'm just being shown Meslier here. I want to be shown what's happening in the actual pitch. Here's Gibson. Long ball forward here down the line towards McCallum, but it's an awful pass and it goes straight into touch for Byram to take the throw in. Long throw by Byram there. Headed away by Norwich, but Leeds have gained some yards. And then Byram takes an even longer throw in down the line towards Dan James, who's chasing this one down. Dan James, can he get there? He's forcing them into a mistake here, and he's won the ball back. Here is Dan James. Tries to get the ball across the box. It's gone to the back post. Here's Junior Firpo. Can he get it back across? He does play it across. Headed away here. Only as far as Archie Gray. Oh, apparently that's a foul on Sarah. The amount they go down. God, my eyeballs hurt. I think it's because the sun's just been in my face the whole time. I really needed to rub my eyes. Dan James does so well to win the ball back there. He gets the ball back across the box to Firpo. Firpo just fizzes it across the box, and Piru's just never there in the place he should be. Although, actually, I think that might be a bit harsh, because I think Piru was in a good position to receive the ball on the deck there. Long ball forward. There is 4 minutes added on, by the way. 4 minutes added on, and we're 20 seconds, 25 seconds into that. Away there by Byram. And that's going to be a throw into Norwich City. Marcelino Nunez is the man of the match, according to Thingy. Yeah, I can't do it now, though, Chewy, because it'll mean that I have to change it all to black and stuff, and it'll just be annoying for everybody. But we are 1 minute into it. I'll tell you when it's finished. There hasn't really been that many stoppages in the game, though. Meslier. Other than when Nonto went down for a little while. Meslier is going to send that one long, up towards Joel Peru. He's done well to chest that one down, actually. And they're going to have to go backwards here, all the way to the goalkeeper. Gunn sends it forward, flying up towards Gabriel Sara. Headed down by Rodon and kept in by Sam Byram, and then away again by Norwich City. Here's Byram. Ball down the line towards Dan James. Dan James is trying to close him down. Nearly took the ball off Gibson. Long ball forward here from Gunn again. And now Byram can pick it up. Byram fouled there by Fastnacht, who is already... Oh, no, it's not Fastnacht. It's that Dutch bloke. Van Hooijdonk. Is that what he's called? Van Hooijdonk? Yeah, he just goes straight through Byram as he's trying to send the ball. Long ball forward here from Leeds. Gray heads it down to Dan James. Dan James tries to spread the play across the other side. It's gone to Jack Stacey, who can clear. Now Ampadu into Firpo, and Kamara can pick it up. Now Jaden Anthony back to Kamara down the line. Kamara to Anthony again. Now Kamara back to Firpo. Nice little nutmeg into Joel Peru. Joel Peru tries to play it into Jaden Anthony's feet. And now good tackle there by Sam Byram. Here's Kamara. Plays it to Archie Gray. Archie Gray flicks it towards Joel Peru, and then Archie Gray tries to win it back again and still... No, that's not a foul. That's... I knew he was going to blow for that. I knew he was going to blow for that. Sara has just gone roughly near the ball and flopped over, and the referee just takes the bait like a little fish. Why? I don't understand why referees can't distinguish when it's a complete dive. And that's going to be the end of the game there. But I just don't understand why referees are so bad. So bad at watching football. You'd think that they were just people plucked off the street who would go, have you ever watched a game of football before in your life? No? Oh, perfect. You can be a championship referee. Yeah, and that's it. That's full time in this one. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me in this game. Of course, we will be live on Thursday evening for the second leg of this playoff at Elland Road. Like I said, you've got to think about this as one long game of 180 minutes, and technically it's 0-0 at half-time. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I'll be doing my match reaction and talking about the game in a second, so look out for that on the channel. Of course, check out Rocco's book, The Sons of Reevy, in the description below. You can pick that up on the Leeds That website. And also, yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And yes, I shall see you again shortly with another playoff live stream and all the match reactions and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.